All right, for lots of families, they're just not in a position to buy a home right now, and we know lots of you, well, you worry that you might never be able to do it.
All right, well, the National Association of Realtors says that our area is actually one of the top 10 most difficult rental markets right now. But we are getting some help finding the right property for you from our expert realtor, Alexa Kebalo. Alexa, we need to help people with rentals in addition to buying or selling, right?
That's right. We need to just help get people into a home, get a nice roof over their head, you know, get them into the space that they really need.
So what is making it so difficult right now to find a rental?
You know, it all comes down to the lack of homes available, the lack of inventory. You know, we always talk about the lack of inventory of homes for sale, but that also reflects in the rentals that are available for people. We just have a huge lack of homes in general.
All right, so that makes sense, right? So there were a lot of homes that were going quickly, and then for those who were outpriced and couldn't afford it, they're finding rentals. And then for those coming in trying to look for rentals, there are no rentals. So how can you smartly search for a rental in this atmosphere?
So there's tons of places to search online, like there's so many websites, but what I always share with people is work with a trusted realtor. We're here to not only help people buy and sell,
rentals.
We can help people with rentals as well.
I did not know that.
Yes. So what's great is that if you have your realtor representative that's out there helping you find rentals, we're able to really get right to the source, the multiple listing system, where properties are listed. And even if a home, let's say they find a rental on another website that's not listed on the MLS, we could still help and represent them through that process. So really having that representative to get you to the closing table of the rental, we can really help you do that in a more smooth, smarter manner.
What if you are just on your own looking for a rental, but then the people who are renting have a realtor? Do you need a realtor too to come to the table?
So it's always optional on if you want to have a realtor to represent you, right? So you can have someone that is for sale by owner or for rent by owner, but you could have a realtor representative or vice versa. They could have one, and then, but honestly, you want to have someone in your corner that's representing you, and there's different moving parts to it. You have a lease, you have a security deposit. You want to make sure that you do a successful walkthrough to make sure that everything looks to be in the manner that you'd like to have, because you're not having a home inspection. So you want to make sure that the unit is really ready for you.
And you kind of have to be ready to spend more than your monthly rent, even if it's a rental, right?
Correct. So anytime that you're renting, you'll see in the listing, or you would confirm with the realtor that's listing, or they'll say that for rent by owner, you want to confirm what are the additional monthly fees, right? What am I responsible for as a tenant? Is it just the rental amount? Is it
gas, electric? Is it water? Is it this?
Correct. Utilities, and then of course like water and sewer. Different towns, different like pay periods for that, right? And also, you may be required for renter's insurance. And even if they're not requiring it, maybe you want to choose to get renter's insurance.
Yeah, we always had renter's insurance.
Me too.
It just made me feel better. Peace of mind. And it's not that expensive either.
It's not that expensive. So,
and is there any way you can save on application fees?
So it depends on what the owner is looking for, the landlord's looking for. Sometimes they want to run their own background and credit check with their own provider. However, whenever I'm representing a tenant, we'll run their credit, let's say with the first applicant, maybe there's several so they're not chosen. Then we'll say, Mr. and Mrs. Landlord, we actually have a previous application and credit and background check that was done. We will provide it to you. And sometimes they'll be able to honor that.
I'm not going anywhere without my pets. Is that going to be a detriment to me?
It certainly can be, depending on, let's say, for instance, maybe it's a condo association, they have restrictions, right? And every landlord, they may choose to have pets or not have pets and things like that.
So
you know,
something to be concerned about.
Something to be considerate of,
Okay.
And for those who are looking to buy, just really quick, an overall view, how is the market looking right now?
You know, we're not as crazy of a seller's market as it typically has been. We're seeing a little bit of a leveling off.
All right, good.
Which is hopeful for people that are trying to get into a home.
Good.
Thanks, Alexa. Good to see you.
Thank you so much.
And happy belated.
Happy belated. All right, here's how you can get in touch with Alexa, 860-808-4125, or alexa@thekebalogroup.com.
Terrific riff.
Coming up next, how you can get inside the Riverbend Bookshop book truck.
Oh, it's making a stop here so we can check it out live. This is so cool.
Look at that. That's not a store, that's in a truck.